Cambry.
And I'm Eric.
And today's video, we're basically going to be talking about our wedding experience because I think it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It's fun.
It is fun. This isn't a video about how we met or our engagement because those honestly could be separate videos in and of themselves. But in our lives in general, people do ask questions about why we chose to get married, where and how we got married. And I just think it would be really fun. Plus, this video is going live on our 7th year anniversary, which honestly, who's proud of me for remembering that?
Hey, good job.
Y'all probably aren't proud of me because you're like, everyone should remember their anniversary. But no, last year was the first year that I remembered. So I'm going to my 2nd year of remembering. Man, it's catching on.
Thanks.
But I feel like the 7 years has flown by. Would you agree?
Yeah, I guess it's been kind of fast.
I mean, I feel like we haven't known each other that long. It's just, I don't know.
We have, though.
No, we have known each other like 9 years, but I'm saying it just feels like it just like blinked, and how are we already at 7 years?
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. I guess that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
We got married September 7th, 2013. I don't remember details. I don't know what's wrong with me. You know what? When you're just as in love as we are, you don't need one day to celebrate. Aw, that's my way of getting out of having to remember birthdays.
Or buy presents.
Or buy presents. Okay. So, Eric and I actually got married in Las Vegas.
Vegas, baby!
We got engaged, was it November?
Yeah.
Okay, so the year prior, that November, we got engaged. And I would say we probably spent a good month planning like a real wedding.
Yeah.
So we spent a good month like on Pinterest doing all the real wedding type stuff, and then do we just both come to the conclusion that it was just not for us, or was it me?
I think it was more you, because you're like planning it, and then I think you're like, you thought you had to get me on board, and then you thought you had to get your parents on board.
That's true. So basically, first off, both Eric and I have been married previously. This is our 2nd marriage. I know.
We got married
it's crazy.
super young.
That's a whole other video that could be made.
Got mistakes. When you're young.
Anyway, so we spent a good month planning, and I think really what it was is I could not land on colors. I couldn't land on venue. I couldn't land on anything. And when you're that indecisive about something, then that's not it. That you shouldn't be going down that direction. And I have no idea where the idea of Vegas came from.
I think you just
absolutely no idea, because never been, known no one that has been married in Vegas. And
I think you called me and you're like, babe, what are your thoughts? And she's like, I don't know.
I said destination wedding.
I remember it as you calling and you're like, what are your thoughts on... Okay, maybe, yeah, because I think I was like...
Because you were like, yeah, the beach.
I was thinking Florida. I was like, oh, Florida. But then she said, like, Vegas. And I was like, oh, that... Because I had never been. Had you been before?
I had never been.
So
That's the thing. So, I'm not really a beach person. Like, you always see me in hoodies and stuff like that because we keep our house freezing because I love to be cold. I like cold weather. I like city life. I like bright light. The next thing, and so Eric got on board. So then we were like, okay, now we have to get our parents on board. Specifically, my parents, just because as an only child and a girl, I am closer with my family. And I called them, and my parents love Vegas, and they were instantly
like,
on
yes.
board. And then, did you even ask your parents if it was a cool idea, or you were just like, this is what we're doing?
I think I just told them.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, we're going to get married in Vegas.
Yeah. So a lot of people think it was like an elopement, or we just randomly came up with the idea. No. It was December, January is when we really landed on it. And we found our original date, and then that got changed, but that's a whole other story that we will probably never talk about. Okay, anyway. So we did have an original date, and then we had to settle on a new date, and that's totally fine because I actually prefer our new date so much better because it's more fall. But yeah, we spent a good 9 months planning our Vegas wedding, but there really wasn't a whole lot that you even had to plan for that.
No, just getting the invites out and figuring out what our itinerary was going to be and letting everyone know.
Super far in advance.
Yeah.
So when you do a destination wedding, you want to make sure you give people ample notice, because maybe they do want to come, they want to make a vacation out of it, and they're going to need time to save up their coin and all of that and get their tickets and all that. So I think we told everyone 6 months in advance.
Probably.
Like really, really far in advance. And other than that, we really didn't have anything to plan here locally. I did have to get my gown, and then Eric had to get like his, you didn't wear a tux, you wore like a suit and like stuff. And we had to book our venue and our hotel and things like that. But
And a photographer.
And
we
for,
had really cool
that's
photographer.
That's right. It was very important to us to splurge on. Sorry if you hear Presley's tippy tappy.
Yeah,
she is
right.
all over the place right now. Okay, so I actually did not find my wedding gown from a wedding dress shop. I got it from I think the brand is Giovanni, but I got it from like a prom shop or whatever. And we'll insert pictures, of course. And I was really going for something sleek and sexy and just kind of Vegas-y. And I had a couple of dresses in mind. But what I ended up finding was the strapless beaded gown with the feathers and the high-low hem. And I call that like wedding showgirl. And when I put that on, instantly it was like, this is my Vegas wedding gown. I only went wedding gown shopping with my mom, and it was just so fun. And the person, her name is Althea, who helped us out with my dress. She actually helped me out with every single one of my homecoming and prom dresses in high school. And so it was just such a fun, sweet moment. And then Althea showed us what I call the Britney Spears dress, and I'll pop up pictures, you'll see why, and was like, you probably need an after party dress or an after wedding dress. And my mom was like, yeah, you need that. And I was like, yeah, I need that. So excited. We didn't show anyone, no one, literally. Wait, did I show you that dress?
Yeah.
So yeah, Eric and I are super non-traditional. I actually think Eric saw my wedding gown and my after party dress. I think you saw everything prior to, just maybe not on me, because I don't know, I just got really excited and I just wanted him to see it because it was just super, super exciting moment being able to get my gowns. So that was one thing we had to do locally, and that was probably the biggest splurge, and those were gifts from my parents, and I'm so happy and thankful for that because they were Giovanni's expensive, okay? Not as expensive as an actual wedding gown, but I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And then it was really important that we found a really good photographer. If we're gonna get married in Vegas, we wanna have some solid photos, which we do. We have the most amazing photos. They're all over our house because they just bring back such good, happy memories. And we actually found a photographer. It was also very important to us that could drive us. We could somehow get over to the actual Las Vegas sign, because if you're going to get married in Vegas, you got to get married, you got to take pictures in front of the sign. I'm so glad that we made that extra expense as well, because it's just the best. And then also I had to do research and find hair and makeup, which is really stinky when you're getting married outside, like where you don't know the people. But I found a concierge type makeup and hair company that comes to you, and they give you a practice run. So when we got to Vegas that very first day, they met us there almost immediately, did my hair and my makeup just like for the wedding. And then they were like, wear it all night tonight, go out, see how it wears, and then on the actual wedding day, let us know if there's anything that needs to be changed.
That's pretty smart.
And I will tell you what, my favorite makeup artist is in Dallas, Texas, but they were kind of like, they're like my second favorite, but my hair was so good, I loved it. So those are the things that we had to do locally.
I think we invited about maybe like 40 people.
We invited quite a bit of people.
Well, we had about 25 there?
20, 25, something like that.
Yeah, some people think it was just us and the family, but no, we invited friends and family, about 25 people showed up.
Yeah, they really made it to be their vacation.
Yeah.
And so it was super fun. Okay, so that's kind of like the planning and logistics and stuff like that. So let's see, what did we have to do that week? Well, I actually worked until literally right before we left.
Yeah.
Eric hated that so much. I went and got extensions put in.
Yeah.
I went to
long hair.
I had a side braid, and in order for the side braid to be as long as I wanted it, I needed to have some extensions and some more volume put in. I went to an actual hair school, and I got sew-in extensions, which is the stupidest thing you can do with Caucasian hair, because it turned into like a rat's nest, like, I don't know, 2 days later. We got on our flight, we were drinking already, and then we got to Caesars where we stayed, and it was our first time in Vegas, so it's just like, oh my gosh.
So we got there probably 2 days before the wedding?
Yeah, we got there 2 days before the wedding on purpose.
I think we stayed there 4 days or 5 days?
We stayed there 5.
5 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we got there 2 days before, got settled in, the hair and makeup artist came, did my little test run, and then I was really feeling cute because my hair was so cute. And then we just went exploring and walking around. Walked everywhere. My parents, I don't know if it's their favorite anymore, but their favorite hotel used to be the Luxor. And
the pyramid
if
one.
you've ever been to Vegas, like everything seems really close, but it is actually really far away. So we just like kept walking. We kept walking. You're like, I think it's almost there. I think it's almost.
It's like right
it
there.
ain't almost there. It's
like
not
2
almost
hours
there.
to get there.
Yes, it did. Well, also too, we were just like stopping everywhere, and like you're just, oh my gosh.
Stop at every hotel.
So yeah, we went to go see them, and my parents' 2 best friends, Eddie and Norma, came in. I've known them since I was like a kid, and that's such a special thing that they made the time to come out, so we got to see them. But then we didn't see my parents because they were hanging out with Eddie and Norma, and like, forget about it. I don't know where they went. And then the next day, we actually wanted to go see our venue, just because we just wanted to make sure everything was right.
We had to get our marriage license.
And we had to get our marriage license. And we walked and did that as well. We also went to see the Pawn Stars shop or whatever. And that was kind of all in the same vicinity. So we went, got our marriage license, very exciting. Went to see our venue. So, some people get married in Vegas and do it like at the Bellagio or Caesars or whatever. No, we definitely wanted Taffy Wedding Chapel. Yep. That was a big deal. We wanted the little white wedding chapel. That's like what you would think of the most iconic. But their time slots are very, very small, and you can't buy them back to back. Maybe it's changed in the past 7 years, but at the time you can't buy like 2 time slots. It's just really cramped and kind of chaotic. So we landed on Graceland Chapel because getting married by Elvis was really kind of like a big deal. We're not like Elvis fans.
But it's a Vegas wedding.
But it's a Vegas wedding, so like that's what we wanted. And Graceland Wedding Chapel, they were amazing. So we went there to check it out, and there's another wedding going on, and we just let like the grass is plastic, like outside.
Oh yeah.
And it's just little and white.
And we got those shirts. We had to get those shirts or whatever.
Yes, we bought the shirts to say I got married in Vegas. And they let you buy packages where you can get photos taken at the actual chapel, which is nice. We paid for that. And also beautiful bouquet of red roses. Also, we got a cake. The officiant was amazing. Like when you think of like Vegas wedding, you're thinking like bing, bang, boom, done. No, it was super in line with our faith, and it was good. Cool. So yeah, and at Graceland, they allow you to book 2 time slots back to back. And that was really important because we wanted to have time with our friends and our family that had come to take pictures there as a group, and just to not be rushed. We really just wanted to be chill about it. Yeah. So once we saw that, we were really, really so excited. Okay, so then the wedding day, we spent the entire day walking around Vegas.
Yeah, I think it was like
because the wedding was at like 8 or 9 o'clock or something like that, and so what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit around and be nervous? No, like we walked around, and we even saw people, and they were like, "How are you not freaking out?" Or like, "This is weird," just kind of like what? And we're like, "I don't know."
Just chill.
Yeah, and then it was like 5 o'clock or something, and I was like, "Okay, bye, Eric. I gotta go get my hair and makeup done, and then see you later at the wedding." And, like that's just kind of how it was. So, got my hair and makeup done. Another thing that Graceland offers is a limo to come pick the bride up. And the groom if the group, but we didn't want to see each other before the wedding. I was got my hair and makeup and waiting for the limo, just chilling. Yeah, everything was just so relaxed. And then Eric had, one of Eric's friends rented a party limo thing. So that everyone can go that way. Because my dad and I were going to go in the limo, and everyone else was going to go.
We took it from Caesars to the chapel.
Yeah. And then we get there, they kind of usher everyone inside, and then we can get out. And it was just so special because my dad was on one side walking me down, and then Elvis was on the other, and he was singing "Can't Help Falling in Love," which
she walked down the aisle.
Which, yeah. So now whenever I hear that song, it's just so special to me because that's all I think about. Of course, is our wedding, and it was just fun.
All right, so I was like backstage or something, just waiting for, I guess, because I think I came out after everyone had to sit down first, and so I remember taking like a selfie in the mirror or something that was right there, and then then everyone was seated, and then I got ushered in, and then that's when you and your dad was wearing this like white suit too, it was sick, and Elvis came down. Yeah, and I just remember seeing her. She looked so beautiful, like an angel walking down the aisle. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. Vows.
Yeah, we did.
We did our own vows. I still remember I had my own iPad. You wrote yours. You found yours the other day.
Yeah, I did.
You found yours the other day.
I found them in a random thing.
When we were cleaning out the storage.
Yeah.
That we did in the first vlog or whatever. That we still haven't finished.
Yeah, I found my actual handwritten vows on Caesar's Palace paper. Let's just say I haven't upheld them. Half the crap you say in your vows is just for show. Okay. Except for be honest and true and stuff like that. But, when I say, I'm going to learn about football, then that was that, and then everyone was ready to party! So we went up to...
Well, just real quick, we took a bunch of pictures at the chapel,
yeah.
And then everyone went back to the hotel room, and we did our pictures really quick. The limo came and picked us up.
They were so fast. It was
with
so
the pictures,
good.
And then we took some pictures at Caesar's Palace, the outside little arboretum.
We took it at Caesar's Palace, Bellagio, and at the sign.
Yeah, and we did that really quick. I mean, hopefully the people there didn't wait that long. I don't know.
I feel like it was quick, but it might not have been. But you know what? When it is your wedding and you want photos, I always say the only thing that truly matters with a wedding, other than the actual getting married part, is your photos, because those are the things that are going to last a lifetime. So that's where you need to spend your money, and that's where you take your time. And if other people have to wait, baby, you probably have waited for their wedding as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Lots of weddings, yeah.
So
the little mini reception was in our hotel room because we had like an extended suite or something, so there was room for everyone, and our cake was there, and we quickly cut the cake.
Yeah, that's it. It was just like a little bit of cake, and then everyone's like, we want a freaking party.
Yeah.
And the same friend who got the limo got some tables up at the Pure, I don't know if it's called Pure anymore, but the Caesar's Palace Lounge, the penthouse area, rooftop. He got a couple of tables and bottle service up there. I changed it to my Britney Spears dress, looking fly, feeling fly.
She looked so good, y'all. Seriously, I think we got heads turning and compliments.
I tell you what, if you want to feel really good about yourself, you go get married in Vegas, because in my first dress, the showgirl dress, everyone's stopping me. Then in the Britney Spears dress, everyone's stopping me. I'm telling you what, you will feel like a dang celebrity. You'll feel so good. But, you know what's funny back on this? At the Las Vegas sign, we were definitely not the only bride and grooms there. People are waiting to get their picture taken.
There was like a line.
So funny.
Yeah.
Then we went to the rooftop, and people were smoking cigars, everyone was drinking, dancing, and I just remember there was this one moment, and we're dancing, and you can just see all the lights, and it's dark, and it was
like the Vegas Strip, because it overlooks the Vegas Strip.
And it was just like this was the perfect decision for us. It was so surreal. We were like, is this like real life? It's just so fun. It was such a magical...
Like, the music's playing, I just do like a 360, and I'm like, I remember this moment forever, because it was like just having a good time, having fun. And
there was no stress with the wedding. There was not a single moment where we were like, this is a bad decision, or I'm nervous, or I'm stressed, or things aren't getting done. Not a single moment of that, in my opinion. It was just perfect, and everyone that came just had the best time. At least that's what they told us, but I think they did. Yeah. And then the next day is when we got to really let loose and have fun. So we had 2 more days after that until we had to leave.
We finally went to the pool the next day. I remember
we went to the pool. We got to eat.
Huge pool. And it was like so nice, so
Yeah.
fun, relaxed, and then we went.
We got to eat. Like when you wear a dress like the Vegas showgirl, when you wear a dress like the Britney Spears dress, you're just kind of on you're on point with your nutrition. And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered what I looked like; it would have been fine. But I was still on point with my nutrition. And so we were like, we're gonna eat. So we went to Serendipity.
Breakfast.
And had breakfast.
Yeah.
And then we went to what we've been waiting for was Gordon Ramsay's this burger place, and I forget what it might not even be there. Things in Vegas change all the time.
I don't know if it's still there.
Yeah, so
this is burger joint.
Yeah, and we went there, and we're stuffed. We had eaten like half of our stuff, and the waitress comes over and she's like, "Can I get you a to-go box? Can I take your plate?" And we were like, "Girl, we've been starving for our wedding. We are gonna finish this burger, and we're gonna finish it right now." We sat there and did that.
Like truffle fries.
Yeah. And then that night before, we were the last ones to leave Vegas. Mm-hmm. So everyone was kind of leaving in spurts or whatever. But that night, we went and hung out with one of Eric's friends and his now wife. And he kind of taught us how to gamble because we hadn't had a chance to gamble yet.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And we had fun with that. And, I got to say this. So at the time, Eric was working at the church. If you don't know, Eric is an ordained minister. So, you just set a really good example wherever you go. And so at first, Eric was just really nervous about walking around Vegas with alcohol, like out in public. Like that was really weird and kind of foreign to him. Yeah. And then by that last night, after we were like gambling, I'm walking around with a champagne glass outside, and Eric's walking around with a champagne bottle in a brown paper bag, like drinking it.
We had so much champagne left over from the wedding day, and we actually ended up giving out some the next day.
We did
so much, and we didn't want to go away, so we went around in Vegas handing out bottles of champagne. So I had to drink one, so I was like drinking it. We're walking down the strip. I'm drinking some champagne, and she's drinking it too, and we were just having a good time gambling.
So then it was our last day, the next day. And we're kind of by ourselves because everyone's gone. And that's just kind of when you start getting kind of like that little bit of letdown. You're going home or whatever.
We don't want to leave the lights.
Don't want to leave the lights. And then we get to the airport. And we had the most special surprise. Yep. Some of our friends who kind of volunteered at the church alongside Eric, they actually booked us. They upgraded our seats to first class so that for our ride home we can have first class service, and that was such a special
treat. That was like a huge surprise because he's like he messaged me, "What's your flight number?" or something,
and we thought maybe we're just gonna send us like glasses of champagne or like something like or whatever, nothing even. It wouldn't matter. That was really, we were not expecting that at all.
Maybe I've done first class before, but
I had never.
Not that kind of plane. I was like,
and that just kind of made the coming home a lot better and not as kind of sad. I don't know if anyone who's been married or planning a big event like a wedding, but you get kind of like that kind of sadness after. Yeah. I would say I didn't have the kind of sadness like I did with my first wedding because I just think it was just a different experience being able to do a destination. It was more of a vacation and a party and just super, super fun. We did not go on a honeymoon. We just kind of all
used that
wrapped up. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Would you, if you could go back in time, would you get married the same way, or would you have like a real? We say real wedding. We are really married. It's just that's just.
No, I would have done it the exact same way.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, not change anything.
We go to other people's weddings, and they are amazing, and we're a blast at weddings. By the way, we love weddings. We really, really do. It's just super, super fun. But every time we always ask ourselves, would you do it this way? Nah, we wouldn't.
We wouldn't do it normal way. We would have done it our way.
Yeah, it was just so true to who we are and as a couple and as individuals and just what we wanted from the wedding. Is there anything you would change?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe... Okay, yeah, I know we went on, like, would you have preferred, so did the exact same thing, but then afterwards go on an actual honeymoon. So it's like, we had this planning and stuff like that and fun in Vegas, but then like, hey, let's go, where else would we like to go? Seattle or New York.
Like and something relaxing?
Just like relaxing, nothing's really planned, just chill. Yeah. So it's like 2 vacations back to back, or would that be too much?
No, I don't think so. I think that would have been totally, that would have been fun. Maybe not a super long one, maybe just a few days, just like an unwind and kind of a detox kind of a situation. Yeah. But at the time, we didn't know we love Seattle like we do.
Yeah.
And at the time, we didn't know that as a couple that we love New York like we do. So, yeah, but for some reason in that point in my life, I really wanted to get back to work, which doesn't make any sense.
Seriously.
See, what would I change? Well, I would have gotten it. I skinned my knee or something like that. So in my photos, our photos, there's a Band-Aid on my knee. And I'm wearing a high-low dress. You know. But in our professional photos, I did ask him to actually, that's the only thing I need you to Photoshop. Like, Photoshop that dang Band-Aid. So there's that. Let's see, what else would I maybe have done differently? I wore this headpiece in my hair, and that's the only thing that I feel like dates my photos. You know, you're just super picky, so I would change that. Other than that, I really just don't think there's anything else I would change. I would do exactly like that. Oh, I liked going down memory lane. You know, and we said we had a goal that every year we would go back and get remarried in a Vegas.
Well, it's not remarried every year, like maybe
Valerie
like every 5 or 10 years.
No, we said every year we were going to go to Vegas. We even said that in Vegas. We were like, we're coming back every year and we're going to get our vows renewed. No, that hasn't happened. That's our marriage story. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't... How long is this video already?
40... No.
Well, that's a lot of footage. I really hope you enjoyed this super long-winded. Please let us know if you made it to the end. And then let us know in the comments if you got married in a fun way or got engaged or if you love Vegas or just whatever.
If you made it to the end, put hashtag Vegas.
Actually, it's Viva La Suite.
Yeah, we had...
Okay.
All right.
Bye. Subscribe. Sub up.